Hey Lancaster YMCA members, this is Jessie. We miss you guys here at our Y, so while you're at home, take some time to do a great workout with one of our videos. Today I'm going to do a 10-minute yoga flow that you can do at home for any time you just need a break or you feel the body's pretty stiff from being at home. So if you have a mat, you want to lay your mat out. If you don't have a mat, that's fine, but I would definitely have sneakers on or be on a wooden floor so that your socks don't slip on the carpet. We'll go ahead and we'll come back into our mat or onto our floor and start in a wide-legged child's pose. So legs are nice and wide. Begin to extend the arms out in front of you. Let the forehead come down and take a few minutes to notice your breath as you wiggle the hips left and right. Relax the jaw, relax the eyes, and just begin to melt here into this space. With each inhale, let those breaths begin to deepen, and then control your exhales as you slowly let out the air, trying to make your inhales and your exhales the same length. We'll take a deep breath as we really stretch our fingertips far apart, press them into the mat, and then take an inhale as you lift the chin, pressing the heels of the palms back to allow the hips to come down toward the heels. Ah, nice. Let's come to a tabletop position with our knees directly below our hips and our wide palms, spread fingers right below our shoulder blades. Low belly's tucked in. Deep inhale here, and then exhale as you go into a cat pose. Inhale to a cow pose, pulling the shoulders together on the back, lifting the heart forward. Exhale, come to cow. Continue to take these cat and cows with your own breath, beginning to relate movement directly to your breath, coming into your practice and your space. And know that at any point in time, if something feels super good, continue to take that movement. This is your practice. And if something doesn't feel good, then just back out. Our bodies are different every day. We'll come back to a solid tabletop position. Inhale as we reach the right fingertips up and open. Exhale, thread the needle. Right fingertips under left arm, resting the shoulder down, maybe even the temple. Breathe here. Inhale, extend the right arm all the way up. Exhale, we'll bring the right palm down underneath the right shoulder. Take a cat and cow to neutralize the spine, really stretching the heart forward, pulling the shoulder blades together on the back. Nice. We'll come back to center tabletop. Inhale, paint the left fingertips open. Exhale, thread the left fingertips under the right arm, and then allow the left temple to come down to the mat, the left shoulder, and breathe. Option to take a bind here by inhaling as we lift the right arm. Exhale, you can bring it behind the back, maybe even tapping the left thigh. Take a few breaths, let yourself feel very grounded here. If you have a bind, release it. One more breath. And then inhale as we lift the left arm up, opening the chest. Exhale, allow that left palm to come down. We'll take one cat and cow, neutralizing the spine again. And then we'll step our palms up, one handprint. We'll come to our toes and then inhale as we lift just the knees up off the mat. Pause here, tucking the chin lightly, pull the low belly in. One more breath. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and take some movement in your down dog. Anything that feels good here. And begin to let the head and the shoulders begin to feel very heavy. Inhale up high to tippy toes. Exhale, let the heels fall, let the heart melt. Beautiful. We'll slowly walk towards the top of our mat, coming into a nice ragdoll pose. Letting everything roll over the head and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach all the way up. Exhale, melt it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to high plank and hold. Option here to drop the knees, but our low belly's pulled in, our chin's slightly tucked, shoulders are together on the back. One more breath here to reach the heels away from the head. Exhale, slowly come all the way down to your mat. We'll point the toes and inhale into a cobra, a king cobra, or maybe even a full up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. One breath here, lifting the heels, deep breath in. Exhale, melt everything out. Beautiful. We'll paint the right toes up nice and high behind us. One breath here as you press the heel of the right hand in, reaching the toes back. Exhale, knee to nose, and then drop that right foot down behind the right hand, slowly letting that left knee come down into a high lunge. Take your time. Let's bring hands to hips for a moment and just reach that right hip back slightly and the left forward. We'll pull the low belly in and bring the shoulders together on the back. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Exhale, float them back, maybe straighten the legs slightly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, press it back using the belly. One more time, inhale, come all the way up. We'll bring our hands to heart center, reach them out to a T, and then slowly using the belly, lean forward, and then we'll rotate that left palm down, reaching the right arm all the way up. You can stay here or maybe come to the toes on the left foot, straightening the leg, reaching and opening. One more breath here as you extend the fingers. Exhale, we'll bring the right palm down to the mat, stepping back to a high plank, and then take a chaturanga or come all the way to your mat, pressing back into downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here, guys. Center back in, let the heart really melt towards your mat. Deep inhale, we'll paint the left toes up behind us. Press into the left heel of the palm. Reach the left toes back. Exhale, knee to nose, and then place the left foot down, letting the right knee come down right below the hip. Take your time to come up. We'll bring our hands to our hips. We'll press the right hip forward, reaching the left one back. Low belly's engaged. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, sway it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sway it back. Inhale, come up. Last time, exhale, really sway it back. Use the low belly. We'll come all the way up. We'll bring our hands to our heart. Low belly's engaged. Reach them out to a T. Slowly, one long line, come over. And then we'll rotate the right palm down, lifting the left up. Options here again. So right palms directly below the shoulder. Inhale as you lift the left fingers up. Exhale, allow for a deeper twist. Maybe coming up off that right knee. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then we'll bring the left palm down to the mat. We'll step back to high plank and either go to down dog or take your chaturanga, inhaling, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here as we inhale and let the heart deeply melt. And then we'll bend the knees. We'll come to a high hero's pose. We'll set up for camel pose. So take the hands, open them up, and then begin to place them in the pockets of the low back. We'll take this pose 3 times with options each time. So inhale as you begin to press the heart up, supporting the low back, lifting the chin. Exhale, come back up, bring one hand over heart, other hand to low belly. Take a breath. And then go back to your camel. This time, we'll inhale as we lift the heart. Options here to come to the toes and then reach the right palm back behind you, opening up, being careful with the neck. Exhale, come back up, hand to heart, hand to low belly, close the eyes, and breathe. And then maybe for this last time, you take full camel, inhaling as you lift the heart and the chest. Exhale, we'll bring that left palm over to the heel, and then the right, opening up for our camel pose. Slowly come out of this pose. We'll come back down onto the heels, close the eyes for a few breaths. Release the hands to your sides. We'll bring the legs forward into a staff position. Hands come down to let the shoulder blades come all the way down. Inhale as we reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, root down in your glutes. Deep breath in, reaching the arms up. Exhale, begin to fold over the legs, coming into a nice forward fold. Breathing here. Slowly roll up. Inhale as we reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them in front of us. And then slowly begin to melt back flat onto your mat. We'll take a nice waterfall pose just to ground us again as we finish up practice. So heels reach high up as we're stomping onto the ceiling right over the hips. Arms can be long to your sides. You can have cactus arms here, or you can bring your hands to your belly and just breathe as you feel the support of the earth. As you let the blood flow back towards the heart. If you'd like to go into shoulder stand, very gently we'll lift the hips. Going into a shoulder stand, breathing here. And if plow pose is in your practice, you can allow the feet to come over the head very softly. We'll gently begin to lower ourselves back. Bring the knees in towards the chest for a hug. Let those knees fall over to the left side, coming into a supine twist. Maybe gazing over the right palm. We'll come back up to center. Inhale for another nice hug here. Exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Reaching the left fingertips away from you. Maybe gazing over that left side. Inhale, we'll bring the knees back up. Exhale, come in for one more nice hug to neutralize the spine. And then gently, we'll go down into our Shavasana, our corpse pose, letting the heels extend, letting the insides of the feet open up towards the ceiling. I like to work my shoulders underneath the back and let my palms open up here, allowing the breath to begin to flow normally, letting the belly rise and fall gently. Let the toes feel light and the heels feel heavy. Allow the knees to relax and the hips to open up, really grounding here, knowing that at this present moment, the only thing that matters is your breath and the security of the earth underneath of you. Allow the elbows to relax as the shoulders weigh down. Scrunch the eyes up super tight. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the eyes, the temples, and the jaw to just melt away. Feel free to lay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. We'll gently roll over to the right side of our mat. Pause here, take a moment just to acknowledge you taking time to reconnect with your breath and your body. We'll gently press up to a seated pose, any way that you'd like, keeping eyes closed. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, we'll pull those prayer hands right to heart center. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys for logging in and checking out all that our YMCA is doing while we're closed. Please be safe and check out Facebook for some more awesome workouts. Thanks guys, have a beautiful day.